What's up, YouTube? It's Kevin here, the Migraine Guy, bringing you a video today on diet journals. A diet journal can be beneficial as a diagnostic tool, both for you and for your doctor, to either figure out what might be triggering or causing your migraines, or ruling out diet as a component relevant to your migraines. And both are extremely important. So the reason you would want to do a diet journal is, say you're beginning to get frequent and intense migraines and you don't exactly know why. You're going to want to start filling out a diet journal in conjunction with other journals. And if you haven't been to a doctor yet, you'll probably just want to have a migraine tracking journal, which I have a video on. I'll put the link to it here. And you can watch that and see why you want to use a migraine tracking journal in conjunction with a diet journal. But the diet journal alone is going to force you to pay very, very close attention to what you're eating, when you're eating, how much you're eating, and what is in what you're eating. And so when you start doing that, you might notice patterns that if you didn't do the journal might just go unnoticed. They wouldn't be in your awareness because they're just kind of habit things. You do them either, at work or while you're reading or while you're driving or all sorts of other times that your attention isn't focused on what you're eating. It's on something else. And so something that could be exposed is something as simple as water consumption. It's very well documented that not getting enough water for some people is a trigger for a migraine. And you might think, but Kevin, I drink, 4 to 7 glasses of water a day. That's pretty good. That's better than average. And that might be true. It might be better than average. But what you might notice is that, say, when you're at work, from let's say 8 a.m. until 2 in the afternoon, if you have maybe a very stressful and fast-paced job, you might not be drinking that much water. Maybe a glass or two within that 6 hours. Now, for maybe some people, 2 glasses of water in 6 hours is fine, but maybe for you, you think, well, maybe I should drink 3 to 4 more glasses of water in that 6 hours and maybe get a couple snacks in. And maybe doing that reduces your migraine frequency and intensity. And if that's great and you don't need to see a doctor and you don't need medication to help reduce your migraine frequency, that's kind of the benefit of a diet journal as kind of a quote cure for your migraine, or using it to figure out what the dietary cause of your migraine is and then being able to fix it. So the other side of the coin on that is that you might not have a dietary cause or component related to your migraine, but when you go to your doctor, they know that diet can be one of the things that influences migraine frequency. And so if you can hand them a month's worth of diet journaling, showing them here in conjunction with the migraine chart, and you show them, well, here when I get my migraines, they're correlated with this meals on these days, this amount of sodium, this amount of fat, this amount of protein, here's all the amount of water I drink throughout the day. And they can see that there isn't any sort of common denominator between the migraines and your diet. And then they can say, okay, the diet isn't affecting it, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's focus in on a medication route. That's the kind of stuff that if you're going in to see the doctor for the first time, saves you roughly 2 to 3 more visits with the doctor, at least in my experience. The first few doctors I went to about my migraines, they asked questions about diet, didn't find anything satisfactory, asked a couple more questions about diet, told me to change some things, gave me some medication, went back a third time, asked me some more questions about diet, changed medications. Whereas if I had had a tool like a diet journal, I would have been able to go in with a month's worth of evidence and say, no, there's no dietary component. Let's ignore that. Let's focus on a medication route and save myself a few visits. And it takes a couple weeks to get in, so that would have saved me about a month of wasted time, roughly. So I've created a diet journal, a migraine tracking journal, and a medication journal. I'll do a video on medication tracking. I'll put that video link here. And these 3 journals I made, they were pretty simple to make. I offer them for free on my website. I'll put a video link, or a link to the PDF in the video description below. So yeah, that's a short and quick summary of diet journals. They're good tools when you're initially getting migraines. Have a good day.